So hello and welcome back to Test Drive Thursday. Today we're taking our first ever look at the Tesla truck. Now it is the first electric truck in the game, which is already pretty exciting. So let's get started by taking a look at all of the customization. Okay, so here we are inside the truck configurator. Now there's two different cabins as there are in real life as we're released. Can't quite remember when it was released, but it's definitely within 6 months, I'd say. And the massive launch event, you've got the sort of low roof, and then if we go up to this one, much bigger. It's like a triangle. I mean, look at the size difference, to be honest. I mean, I don't think the cabin's not any bigger on the inside. They don't yet have a sleeper. I think this is sort of their very early model. But yeah, as I said, they don't have a sleeper yet. But I'm sure that'll come in time. But yeah, we just got these two cabins. They look so nice, so modern. All these sort of curved but very sharp lines. I do think it looks epic. I mean, let's go over to the chassis. You can't really change it, but you can either have a 220 gallon tank or a 300 gallon tank. Now, as this is electric, I'm a bit confused how the sort of refueling is going to work. Will we still have to refuel this, or will it be an unlimited range? I'm sure we'll find out. So I'm a bit confused about that. Engines, or not really an engine, is it? Motor. Batteries, we can either have 920 horsepower or 470. Look at that. 4,000 Newton meters of torque. All the way from 600 RPM. Basically instant torque. I'm not really sure why this is here. It says P85D or E920. I've been driving around with the 920, and as Tesla said when they released it, it does 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds. Yeah, we got 5.5 up a hill. So yeah, this is a bit of a beast. Transmission. Now, you may be wanting to go for the 1-speed. However, when I was driving it around earlier, it's just really slow to sort of pick up. In reverse, it's sort of really twitchy when you sort of press the throttle. But when you sort of go forward, there's like a delay between you pressing it and something actually happening. And it seems a bit odd. But with the 6-speed, it's a lot more like an electric car. Instant torque, instant power, and you're away straight away. So I definitely recommend going for the 6-speed. The 1-speed just doesn't seem put into the game right. Obviously, the game isn't really designed for electric drivetrains anyway, so it's not going to be perfect. On the inside, I've got the door open here. Look at that. That's cool. So open this side here. On the outside, it's modelled closed though. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's massively finished in here. These two are mirrors, which is very useful. We've got some displays on here that you can sort of cycle through, but nothing really massively important. But yeah, I definitely do think the interior's got a little bit more work until it's completely finished, like some of the textures on the wheel, etc. Paints. We've got quite an array. I have noticed the metallic flake isn't the best. It's a bit low quality, if I'm honest. But yeah, it is nice having some of the metallics there. You can have a standard colour if you want. But yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. Now, there's not many options. Now, you can't really change the wheels because they're sort of unable to work with this truck. You can change it to metal if you want, which does look a bit stupid. The black sort of hides the modelling. I mean, if you have a look at the tyres, they're not modelled very well. They look very plasticky and unrealistic. So I definitely think the tyres and wheels could do with a little bit more detail. You can't change anything on the mirrors, which is a shame. But you can add an interior light if you want. So yeah, that's all of the customization available. Or you can also change your wheel. Forgot to say that. Whatever design you prefer. It's up to you. I'm not going to do a time lapse of me building this truck to my spec. I'm just going to see you once I've configured. Okay then, so here I am, all fully configured now. I've gone for this blue colour, which I think looks really well in the metallic. It sort of shows up all the really nice lines of the truck. I mean, just look at it from there. It looks like an alien truck. It's amazing design. It's so different to what we're used to. It just makes all these sort of traditional trucks look so out of date and old fashioned. I mean, all the black. It comes with some trailers as well. This is one of them. Obviously, you can get it color matched to this if you want. Got like Tesla on the back of there. But yeah, it just looks so good, this thing. If we just turn the ignition on, you can see the daytime running lights, and then the main lights there, high beam. But yeah, it just looks epic, this thing, doesn't it? On the inside, here we go. Let's turn the indicator off. As you can see, we got two screens like we do in the truck in real life. That side we have got the sat nav, which is massive, and it's right in your view, which is very useful. We've also got a mirror there, which is very good. Mirror that side. All your sort of park. In fact, I'll turn it off in a second so you can see all the warning signs. As I said, it's not completely ready. It's got some kind of attempt of putting an image of autopilot on there. We got the time odometer, outside temperature, then we got some displays. Interestingly, we got economy on there, which is, yeah, it's not fully implemented. Fuel, I'll just keep it on speed because we've got no other way of knowing the speed if you don't have that up. Obviously, there's no analog dials. It's completely open around here. I mean, look at that. Got another chair back there, the two doors. And that's pretty much it. It's very minimalistic. We got two cup holders down there. Don't know if you can see that, but yeah, very not basic, but very futuristic. The visibility is great. I mean, when you're sitting like this, the sort of window space is amazing. The mirrors stick out possibly a little bit too far, and I am noticing they are sort of flicking about a bit. I don't know if you can see that. You'll see it on the move, but yeah, they're not properly adjusted. But I'd say this truck, from my first impressions, is about 75% there. All the modelling is pretty good. They could do with some sort of updates in textures some places. I mean, they've got the sort of cables working and everything, which is good. But yeah, just look at it. It looks so good. And look at the wiper as well. It's so funny. And from the inside, look at that. It's like doing a weird dance, the way it does it. I'm not sure how distracting that would be on a drive, but yeah, it's a little quirk this thing has. But I think it's time to start this thing up, or, well, turn it on. Not really start it up. I'll try and keep quiet for a bit so you can hear it, because it's so quiet. And yeah, I'm going to shut up. Here we go. So you hear that beep, that's letting you know that it's on. Obviously, I've got it in the auto with the 6-speed automatic when it should really be a 1-speed, but there you go. Let's turn the parking brake off and we shall get going. As I said, I'll be trying to be quiet so you can hear the little whiz of the motor. Let me set off. It's so quiet. Look at it, it's so cool. I don't know why I'm whispering. It's so cool, this. Absolutely silent trucking. Let's try and get through these gates. The sort of digital mirrors are really useful. Just getting out of there. I mean, look at it compared to some of these trucks. It's just completely next generation. If we just pull up over here. I mean, look at that. Looks like we're 15 years ahead. But yeah, they're both on pretty much on sale at the same time. You still got all the sort of pneumatic sounds, all the airbags, etc. But you can see the mirror there. The sort of, it's slightly out. But yeah, look at it. I like how it creeps as well. In the real trucks, I'm sure you'll be able to turn that off like you can in the cars, but it's just silent. The loudest thing is the indicator. If I put my foot down, you can hear the whiz. But that's it. The rest you've got is wind noise. It's just such a relaxing thing to drive. I've got to turn left out here. I'm just going to wait for the train. In fact, whilst the train's here, I'll just do a quick comparison of the acceleration on this thing compared to another truck. Right, so we're just waiting at the lights here, as you do. And I'm going to put my foot down. Look at this thing take off. Oh my god. And we have to brake for the next light. This thing just absolutely takes anyone. Goodbye. 30, 40, 50. It is slightly insane. In fact, it's completely insane, this truck. I mean, up the on-ramp here, full speed, 30, 40, 50. I mean, how heavy is this trailer? 23 tons? And this thing just absolutely flies. I mean, on a flat, I love this sort of buzz it makes. It's so futuristic. You can turn the cruise control on, and that's it. We're just going absolutely effortlessly. There's no messing around with gears and sort of slotting them in and everything. This thing just absolutely goes. We just need to slow down for this. But yeah, it's such a different way of driving. A lot of people, I'm sure, won't like it and prefer the sort of traditional ways of driving, but I like both. I just appreciate both because they're so different, and they've all got their benefits and drawbacks. This, some people might say it lacks emotion, but I think just beating anything off the line is awesome. 0 to 60 in what, 5 seconds in a truck? Some people might think it's pointless, but I've got a 23-ton trailer, and it just makes it so easy to drive. You may think it also could feel a little bit twitchy when you got a trailer, but it really does settle down when you get a trailer. When you don't have a trailer, it's very sort of point and shoot. It doesn't feel like a truck. It really doesn't feel like a truck. But yeah, I'm enjoying this so much. I mean, the visibility, look at it. You feel so low to the ground as well. I mean, look at the way it turns. Such a low centre of gravity as well, with all the batteries pretty much on the floor. It's so cool. I mean, there's no sound, no gears to mess with. There's no sort of turbo whine and no exhaust noise. It's just silent, relaxing. If you want to, you can put music on in the background and have no interruptions. You can just take in the scenery, knowing you're not directly, I must add, producing any pollution. I mean, look at it. Look at this thing on the road. Let's try and get a drive-by. I mean, we're doing what, almost 80 miles an hour? You can't hear it. It's just wind noise. I mean, it hides its speed so well. I feel like we're doing about 30. Because there's pretty much no sound to it. And what there is, I just love how they've done the sound. It's just that quiet buzz in the background. It's not over the top. I'm also glad they haven't not done a sound, if you see what I mean, because that would have been very easy. A lot of people think that electric vehicles don't have a sound, but they definitely do. It's just a different type of sound, really. Very digital and futuristic. I mean, if I put my foot down, there we go. So cool. Obviously you can slightly hear it changing gears, which wouldn't be realistic. but I'm sure the mod author can get that sorted out in the future. But yeah, this is the first time I've seen this mod, and so far it's so cool. I mean, I like how it creeps as well. I think I've said that. It's really useful, but it's so easy to position on the road. I mean, there's hardly any blind spots, which is so weird for a truck. I'm going to see what it's like to reverse, but it's just so cool. I don't know how anyone can dislike it. You can just harmlessly drive through here. I love it as well. I like how I feel like they've edited the power delivery as well, because it's very smooth and linear. It's not like a normal ICE engine. Right then, here we go. Now I'm going to try and use the mirrors, well, digital images that we've got on the screens to reverse. Still got the reversing beeper, else you wouldn't be able to hear anything if you're a pedestrian. I've messed that up a bit. Let's just move over a bit and back in reverse. It turns really well. Very easy to make adjustments. Is it going to take that? I think so. And then let's put the brake on. And I'm about to say turn the engine off, but not really. Just turn it off. And then you get that beep. So now I'm going to detach a trailer and see what this thing is like to drive without one. Right, so we got rid of the trailer. Let's turn this back on. We get the little beep. Let's put it in drive. Parking brake off. And we get out of there. I just can't get over the sound, and it's so cool. It's so different. I don't know where to go. Let's go left. Let's pull in behind this other Tesla Crew. It's so easy to position. Let's follow this guy. Wonder if he wants a race. Ready? Let's put our foot down now. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then I think that's about the max speed it'll do, around 87, which is completely fine. You don't need to go any quicker than that. I mean, there's no speed limits higher than that for trucks in this game. I think if we just do a quick 0 to 60 test, I'll get the stopwatch out on my phone. Let's pull around here. So 3, 2, 1, go. So that was 5.5 seconds, 0 to 60. If I did a little bit of a better start, I could probably get it down to about 5.2, 5.3, but 5.2 seconds, 5.5 seconds, sorry, for a truck. 0 to 60 is amazing. Nothing's going to beat you off the line in this game, which is so cool. But yeah, just look at it. Look at that view. There's nothing in front of you. You can see straight through the wheel. There's no sort of instrument cluster. Such a refreshing driving experience, really. Some things I don't like. I do think that pillar there is a bit big, where the sort of door frame is. It's a bit hard to see around. But that's pretty much it. On the sort of modelling and everything front, as I said, I feel like it's about 75% there. Some of the textures are a bit low. I mean, the steering wheel's a bit low. The sort of digital screens are a bit dodgy in some places. The mirrors, don't know if you can see that, they keep sort of flickering out. Obviously this game isn't really designed for an electric truck, so there isn't the infrastructure in here. Obviously it's still saying we're burning fuel, which is a bit weird. And I hope if SCS do put this truck in, when they have been hinting they wanted to, I don't know if they will or not. If they do, I'm probably guessing maybe 2 years away. Let's pull in here actually, we'll finish off. But yeah, as I said, it's not fully implemented, but it's a very, very, very good go at it. It's the closest we're going to get for a long, long time. And it's a nice, nice model and everything. It's very, very fun to drive. If you want to have a go in it, I'll put the link to the mod in my mod spreadsheet, and the link to the mod spreadsheet is in the description below. Let's just stop here, put the parking brake on and turn it off. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I saw it today by surprise, and I'm glad I took a look at it because it's absolutely epic. If you have enjoyed that video, please do give me a like, subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Goodbye.